Hello everyone, I'm Giuseppe Neve from Simulation Daily, and we are in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 to take a good look at the new Rome Fiumicino Airport by MK Studios, which is actually coming out tomorrow. We got an advanced copy of the airport, and we are going to give you a good overview of what it looks like as part of our airport walkthrough series. The airport is actually version 2. MK Studios released the version 1 a while ago, and it is very different, let me tell you that. Of course, this is not a review. This is just me walking around completely unscripted, looking at what's good in the airport, what's not so good. We'll see if there is, because just looking at it right like this, it looks impressive, but we'll see. It is not a review, as usual. This is just me reacting live to what I see. It's not, there is no script, there is nothing, just me walking around for an hour, so probably longer because this is a big airport. So let's get in. So we are on the Apron. We're going to take a look at what the Apron looks like. This is a near Terminal 3. Rome Fiumicino Airport has actually 2 terminals, which I just said. We're near Terminal 3 and has 2 terminals, and you're asking what you're talking about. So basically, Rome Fiumicino has Terminal 1 and Terminal 3, which are the 2 active terminals. Terminal 2 has been basically incorporated in the other 2, has been closed and then incorporated in the other 2. Actually, funnily, I'll show you later, there is a Terminal 5, but it's closed as well. It's just used. I don't actually know what it's used right now, but you can still see the sign Terminal 5, but there is no activity there. So all the passenger activity is concentrated around Terminal 3 and Terminal 1. In front of us is actually Terminal 3. We are going through Terminal 3, which has that nice, kind of iconic satellite concourse, and we're going to see it later. And as you can see, we can already see that they actually put a lot of work in creating the vehicles that are authentic to the airport. And look at this. The detail of this bus is really nice. Like up to the upholstering of the seats, which definitely looks like an airport bus to me. I have not been to Rome Fiumicino for a while, despite the fact that I'm Italian, because I live near Milan, so I take most of my flights from Malpensa. But like I've been Rome Fiumicino quite a lot in my yacht because I used to work between Rome and Milan, and it certainly looks familiar. But there's been a lot of changes though, so I won't be able to speak as much to the authenticity of the airport in terms of how it looks today. But I'm sure MK Studio did its homework. They usually do. Look at the materials; they're really nice. Like the textures, they look really realistic. So this is the satellite concourse of Terminal 3, and you can see that there is actually a monorail that leads from the main body of Terminal 3 to the satellite concourse. We're probably gonna be able to see it, that it's actually animated. I noticed it from above before. There is like 2 little cars that go back and forth, and I really like the fact that they made the vehicles, they look so authentic, and they're actually animated and they drive around. So let's accelerate a little bit and let's go check the satellite concourse. I have noticed that I have basically not look at this almost at all. I just noticed that this airport is a little light on the interiors, but before you judge, look around here. Like the exterior of the airport, the air side of the airport is absolutely dense. Oops, I almost got run over by this car. It's absolutely dense and it's enormous, and it actually extends with the detailed area much further than the aprons. So I think they made a very conscious decision to model. There you can see one of the cars that's coming in. They made a very conscious decision to make the area around the airport, not just the aprons. Okay, these stairs are not physical, so you can't climb them. Let me see if you can by any chance climb the stairs of the jetways. You cannot. Hmm. So I was saying that I'm gonna talk about this a little bit. I love these the way the jetways are modeled, though. They are super detailed. Just look at that. Even not just that, but even the parts, the little bridges that go to from the terminals to the jetways. They are beautiful. I really love them. And I was saying they actually model in a very detailed way the area, the satellite parts of the area, all the warehouses, all the offices, all the airside area of the airport, and I mean the parking slots, the train station, everything that is visible from outside. While they left, they modeled the interior already. You can if you can kind of see it from here that there is a model interior here with people actually, but they only modeled some of the interiors that are visible from the apron. So this is not something that you will want to explore from inside, but there is so much to explore outside of the terminal that is absolutely forgivable, and I think actually a decision that we can 100% agree with, to make the exterior of the airport, which is by the way massive because Rome Fiumicino is a massive airport, and make it so detailed, so dense, with all the details as they should be, and going much further than just the aprons when the aircraft are, and leave the interiors a little bit like underdeveloped in terms of like performance, simply in terms, because if we had everything developed, this kind of enormous airport, the performance would tank. And performance actually, as you can see, pretty solid. I don't see much in terms of frame rate drops. Even when I turn around, it's pretty fluid. Of course, it is a big airport, so it will take a little bit of it a toll on your system if you don't have a super powerful system. You'll be able to see my specs in the description of the video. My system is respectable. It's not top notch anymore because I have a 4080, so it's a 4 series RTX card. It's not a 5 series, and my 13 key 30,000 key, I think it's Intel i7 13,000, I believe it is, or something like that. I don't remember anymore. You will see in there in the description. It is a couple generation back, basically. It's a respectable system. It's not a 1000% top notch system. It's a system that runs Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 at ultra settings, with frame generation and DSLL with between DLSS between 60 70 frames at really crowded airport, and 120 or even 200 when it's in flight, depending on the airport. Sorry, depending on the plane. But so it's a system that works pretty well with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, but it's not like a crazy $5,000 PC. So there is a little bit of a manhole that is misaligned, little glitch. Happens, even to the best. So far, I actually haven't seen much in terms of floating stuff, which is a major offense in many airports by many developers. Actually, that manhole is the first thing that I saw floating. Little tower here. Just look at all these vehicles, all this clutter. There is so much that many developers. Oh yeah, there is like a spare jetway. Maybe they're building something, because there is always there is still like a work in progress at Rome Fiumicino. So here there is a little bit more of floating trash. But look at just the detail of these barriers here. Rome plane, a little bit of a rarity in Italy. Probably going to Bucharest or something. Of course, there is a lot of ITA airports here in Rome. That is where they decided to put the main of their operations. And you would say that that's obvious since it's the capital, but there is always a little bit of a rivalry between Rome and Milan, because Milan is basically the industrial capital of Italy. That's so a lot of like fashion industry, furniture industry, like a lot of it's basically the industrial heart of Milan. So you would think that there would be a lot. There is still a lot of traffic around Milan as well, but you don't see as much ITA traffic in Milan Malpensa. They have a bit in Milan Linate, which is the other airport uh, that serves Milan. But most of the international flights that you can get from from ITA, you take them from Rome. Yeah, you can hear my Milan pride here, kinda like, eh. Which resulted in the fact that, despite being Italian, I've flown ITA only once in my life. Since when it has like established after the bankruptcy of Alitalia, you can see again the monorail going around there. Since we can just climb to the interiors, when I'm not even going to try to go there. I'm just going to move the camera there later to show you. Follow me car here. Just look at the detail of the cars. They are so well made, and they look so realistic. An A380 there. One of the Emirates at A380. And as you can see, like it is a really big airport. So it's understandable that they did not develop the interiors as much as they do usually. Like normally, MK Studios make interiors quite a little bit more more detailed than this, but they probably were like, well, consider that this needs to run well. It's probably better that we don't go overboard with the interior, and I can understand and absolutely agree with that decision. And by the way, you may notice that there is a lot less ghosting when I move my camera. Like if you look at the small details like the lights, the floodlights on top of that thing, you will see that they are not ghosting much, if at all. You're probably asking yourself why, since I have DLSS activated and frame generation. And the thing is that yesterday Nvidia released the new drivers and with DLSS 4.5 and a new preset. Like everyone was using, me too, we were using preset K until yesterday. And from now on, there is a new kid on the block, preset M, and it almost completely, let's say 80%, resolves the, like, look at that airplane that's like flying straight in front of the clouds. Normally, it will leave a giant ghosting behind, but it's not. Because the preset M pretty literally solves 90%, 80-90% of the ghosting issues the simulator has when you're using DLSS and frame generation, which is fantastic. Like, and of course, this is also in the most visible area, which is the flight deck. When you look at your glass cockpit, it's not ghosting nearly as much as it did with preset K, and it's not even comparable to what we had before we had preset K, of course. So that is a absolutely beautiful news. Actually, just before I release this video, I will have another video. So you check the video before this. I will show a comparison between preset K and preset M, and you will see the difference. I also explain how to enable preset M. But like the difference is like night and day, literally night and day. You will see what I mean. And I mean, if you're used to ghosting, oh, there is two cars going a little bit. Oops. You will see what I mean. If you're used to ghosting because you're using frame generation and DLSS, I mean, you will notice that. Like you're probably seeing it now. I love how they represented the texture of this terminal. That it looks clean but still realistic. Like normally when you see clean marble-ish terminals like this, they are too clean, and here they did a little bit of weathering, just enough that it looks realistic. Just look at this meshing here. It looks really beautiful. All the signs are very authentic. Just look at the details of the jetways. But yeah, I was saying the new preset is incredible. And I actually noticed that performance seems to be slightly better. It's at least it did not on my hardware, at least, because it's always a matter of what your hardware does. At least it didn't lose any performance, despite like basically solving the ghosting problem, which was the one thing that bothered me the most in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And you can see that there is a little bit of ghosting. Oh, sorry, ghosting. Why am I talking about ghosting? Of interior here, but not much, just a little bit. And I'm sorry, I'm a little bit. I have a little bit of a cold, so if you hear me sniffling a little bit, because and if you hear my voice a little nasal, that's why. Just look at the detail here. Just all the vehicles, they are Metronote. That's literally the vehicles you would expect in an airport in Rome. They really did their homework here. And I see all the brands or of the service vehicles, they are correct and appropriate. From what I could see, the vehicles are the aircraft are also parked in the correct position compared to their airlines. And here we're moving into Terminal 1, by the way, which is more like a Schengen area terminal. Like Terminal 3 is more like international. Sorry, intercontinental and long range. Look at this. This dome is pretty nice. Very nice PBR effects. They have a variety of vehicles animated driving around. Normally, when many developers cut corners a little bit when they have driving vehicles around, like custom driving vehicles, they don't have much of a variety. Here, you even have like a firefighting vehicle that literally overtook the bus. That was a bit of a pirate move, though, because you normally don't overtake on the left in Italy. You definitely don't. Hmm. Looks like the simulator for some reason is thinking that the runway is wet, even if there is sun, even if it's sunny. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it does that. Just look at just these barriers. I can get enough of how realistic they look. They're not like massively high resolution textures, but they're just enough, just what you need without going overboard. See, just look at that EasyJet aircraft. What I was talking about ghosting is not ghosting at all against the clouds, which was the major offender. Most of the ghosting was done against clouds. And here is a look at the tower, which is very detailed. I will use the camera lately, the drone camera, to go take a better look at the tower because it's beautiful. It's actually one of my favorite towers because it's so like complex in in its architecture. The infamous slides in which most of the luggage gets destroyed. Like just look at the detail here. The details here, I love them. They put so much effort in like recreating all the details of the jetways. I do not think they are walkable. That's the one thing I'm a little sad, but it's understandable since the interiors are not modeled. Uh, they did Adelaide with those beautiful walkable jetways in which you can get directly into the Phoenix since the Phoenix has a walkable cabin. And that's something that I can get enough of. But after that, MK Studio, oh, this is a little floaty here. Happens. But MK Studios, after that, they didn't do any other airport with walkable jetways. So I wonder if they were doing it at the same time. So they just Like it's not like necessarily that they developed these jetways before after the ones they did for Adelaide, so they still don't have the feature. Or if they just thought that the walkable jetway was not something that they want to do anymore in other airport. I really hope that is not the case. I really hope they come back. I can kind of understand in this specific airport because the interiors are not like super duper um, developed. Ha! FOD. Huh. Foreign object debris. It literally has its own bins. Nice. I like that. But you can see that it's like these jetways are beautiful. Look at it. Look like this. With all those little cables and tubes and signage. There is a lot of polygons going on in there, and yet the performance is good. I applaud that. I haven't gotten yet the message that says that I'm out of video memory. Could happen sooner or later, but that didn't happen yet. I'm, as you can see, I'm running full traffic with FSLTL models. So, and there is a lot of traffic in Rome Fiumicino. That's normally what really gives big airports the coup de grace in terms of video memory. Just look at this panel with all the controls for the jetway, and tell me if they didn't really do their homework here. I love that they actually did the interiors of these buses, and they look at this. They look pretty authentic. They're not like overly detailed, but they're just detailed enough that they look the part. Because these buses are basically all glass, so if they didn't have the interior, they look a little rough, I suppose. I am impressed. So far, honestly, I haven't found, besides a couple of floaty objects that are obviously in an airport this big, you can't expect there not to be absolutely any mistake. But I really haven't found anything that I would complain about. The variety of the vehicles is impressive. Like I have seen pretty much all the vehicles that you would expect in an airport, an international airport, from catering to special transport to just vans and follow me cars, and there is everything you might want. This airport really looks the part, and I love that they have quite a lot of like people around too. Think we are reaching the last concourse of oh look, look at this. This is a pretty neat picture here with the tails of the aircraft right there, and And then Rainbow. Nice. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Your graphics are amazing, and with less ghosting. What can you ask more than this? Like Sim update 4 really, really, really changed everything. I was pretty satisfied by Simulator earlier. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the kind of person that says, "Oh, Microsoft Flight Simulator was terrible before Sim Update 4." For me, it was very workable, very functional. It was already better than 2000 than the 2020. Since pretty much Sim Update 2. Actually, before that. I mean, Sim Update 1 was rough, yeah. Well, not rough. It was like when it was like just released, it was the simulator was a little rough. But with Sim Update 1, it was already great for me. I didn't have many problems. I understand people that did. Not saying that your experience is invalid, but mine was a lot better than most. Look at that. I just love this. It looks so good. Couple of turboprops there. We are getting to the hangars, to the like big technical and maintenance hangars here that are on the side of Terminal 1. As you can see, they definitely did not stop in the parts of the airport you would see closer to the highest traffic area, but they went way beyond that. You will see later. Later, I will do like a if I were to walk the whole part of the mold, I would literally take several hours. So I will probably just do the most central part and then go look around the camera a bit faster. But yeah, without all that ghosting, this simulator looks like another thing. It's a completely different thing. I love the way this looks. It was about time that Nvidia like woke up and solved this issue. Sky Alps. Oh, look at there. Couple MD82s, I think. These are like the old Alitalia MDs. Mad Dogs that they are indeed parked in Rome Fiumicino because they just left them there. Rot. I guess no one wanted them. There is another down there. I have a thing for the Mad Dogs, so I'm always happy to see them. Definitely, always happy to see them. Around here, there is like a satellite apron. And there is the engine testing area here. And I believe there should be the cargo area as well around here. Just look at that rainbow. There's an ETA. going around, doing its own stuff. There isn't that much cargo operations in Rome Fiumicino, but there is the Italian postal service that has its own like 737s, I believe, 400s probably, just flying around, and they do have their own apron here. I don't remember. Probably down there. Yeah, yeah. By the way, as I said, this there is no like no static aircraft in these airports. So these are all. But be sorry, I should rephrase. There is no current static aircraft. The So these are FSLTL models, but of course there is the Maddox are statics because they're just furniture nowadays, unfortunately. Just look at how massive this is. We're far not even we haven't even seen like a quarter of the area they modeled. Oh, there is the post the mail the the postal service aircraft with their yellow livery, yellow and white livery, so that they are correctly parked there. I actually do not know if these are statics or part of the FSLTL package. I have no idea. I should. Uh, well, if you find them when the airport does not have traffic around, they're statics. Otherwise, they're not. I'm not going to deactivate the whole traffic and restart it from scratch just to check. But just look at it, like all this clutter, all these signage. It's really beautiful. Like they did a massive work, and here that there is like a construction area, as you can see. They did like a massive, crazy work. Like here we are way far from where most would explore in like while just even taxiing around, but it's still very detailed. A bit of floating barriers here. Instead of floating, we're just passing through to check out the construction area here. Just- This is really detailed. I am impressed. I will say. Okay. I can say that I am impressed by this airport. I will be honest with you. I wish Malpensa had a Milan Malpensa had a rendition with this level of detail. There is one by Airsoft, and it's not bad, but it's definitely not this good. Took a while to get to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and I honestly expected a little better. Though I know that the developer had some problems, so I I understand. I just wish that there was a similar Like, just look at these vehicles, these construction vehicles. They would not need to do this, but they do. Just look at how much love has gone in creating all of this. Can I climb this mount here? Yeah, I can. Take a little bit away. Just look at that. Just look at this area here and tell me, the airport, the part that you will navigate taxi around is down there. And still, this far, just look at the level of detail that they went for. I can absolutely say that 90% of developers would not put all this effort in modeling the buildings so far from the highest traffic. Yes, they are on the side of the runway. I can understand. But this building is on the side of the runway. But that building has the same level of detail, even if you do not see it from the side of the runway. Oh, a little bit of a floating still. There is a few floating items, but I mean, come on. Considering that there is like literally thousands of items here, I think we can forget a few, and they're gonna fix them, of course. Just look at this. Look at, like, here we are officially far away from aprons and runways, and still look at the level of detail. Look at this. Literally, this airport does not lose level of detail when you get away from the center. Normally, almost all developers, the further you go from the center, the less detailed the buildings are. Instead of doing interiors, like the detailed interiors, they just decided to go wide. And I love that. As someone that usually loves interiors, I love that. Even if I will be honest, I love interiors more like when it's like a small airport because they give the airport depth, you know? It's small, but you can explore every little nook and cranny of it. While in an airport that is as big as this one, I don't know how much time you would spend explore the interior before you just get tired of it. You know, there is some more floaty here, but I guess just look at that. All these buildings are not under detailed at all. Sure, a little bit of a floaty thing in here, but come on. I am floored. Like, I would honestly like give an arm. Well, not honestly, because I would not give an arm, but figuratively give an arm for having a Malpensa with this kind of detail. Because Malpensa is my home airport, so I would like be exploring literally every little bit of a Malpensa with this level of detail. Even more so, I would love to have Tokyo Haneda with this level of detail. Because I have a soft spot for Japan. I'll be flying for Tokyo Haneda to Tokyo Haneda next week. Actually, I have a little bit of a. Well, I'm going for work, but I have some fun activities planned, mostly centered around aviation. I'm going to go just one day to do some plane spotting in and Chubu Central Airport, RJGG in Nagoya. Just one day, just depart in the morning on a JAL on a JAL 737 and come back in the evening. And then I'm going to do 2 days in Sapporo. So I'm gonna see Sapporo Chitose Airport and spend one day uh, at the airport doing plane spotting, and the other day I'm going to spend it in Sapporo to check out the snow festival, which is in February. I'm excited for that. Take some pictures and all that. But definitely gonna spend at least several hours at Sapporo Chitose trying to take some pictures, especially since Sapporo Chitose is one of my favorite kinds of airports with which is mixed between military and civilian, with a whole bunch of F-15s on the other side of the apron. I will be sporting my camera and trying to catch some. And then just tonight, I've actually booked three guided tours at Haneda Airport. One is the ANA Blue Base tour, which is a tour of ANA's training facilities. So you can see like all how to train their cabin crew, and I don't know, pilots probably. There is a probably some simulator action as well, something like that, and that's exciting. And then I booked the ANA Blue Hangar tour, which is the maintenance hangar, and then I also booked the JEL Japan Airlines museum and hangar tour. I've never actually I went to Japan a lot of times, and I never thought to do these tours. But a colleague of mine told me that he did the ANA one, and I was like, wow, I should do it too. And so tonight I just went, like last night I went wild, and instead of booking one, I booked three. I have a month in Japan, so I have time. Just look at all the detail here, my goodness. And look at these firefighting vehicles. Vigili del Fuoco, correctly in Italian, just literally means firefighting. Firefighters, sorry. And we are still going on the left, right side where we went there. We go to sorry, instead of like going to the left, we go to the right and check out this part of the airport instead. I was saying, the actually, if you go to Tokyo, like the ANA Blue Hangar tour is free. You just go and it's like about 1 hour and a half checking out their maintenance hangar and their planes in their maintenance hangar, which is really cool, and it's completely free. The Blue Base tour is 1,000 yen, so like literally $7. Why wouldn't you do that, right? While the Japan Airlines tour is the most expensive. It's about 30 something thousand yen. Sorry, 3 something thousand yen, which is about $20, and it's 20 something bucks, like 28, something like that. And by the way, this is the old Terminal 5. If I can get around, I'm gonna show you the design. If it's still there. But yeah, Definitely, if you go to Tokyo, don't miss at least the ANA terminal hangar too, since it's free. But the Japan Airlines one is a little bit more expensive because I suppose you also get access to the JL museum. So you get basically a two for one deal. You do the museum, and then you do the hangar tour. So yeah, a lot of aviation activities that I will definitely, absolutely 100% spend at least a couple of days in Haneda Airport plane spotting, because why not? And the January and February are the driest months in Japan, so there is going to be good weather, hopefully, and very clear skies. I may actually, like, sometimes when I'm in Japan and I just get the temptation, I just book a flight, a low cost flight for somewhere. I may just go visit another airport that I haven't visited yet. If there is a cheap ticket for a day trip, you never know. But for now, the two that are scheduled are uh, Chubus. There it is, Terminal 5. I think this one was actually used for like sensitive flights, like in terms of security. So like flights to the US and Israel that need the special security or humanitarian flights. But now it's closed, and I don't know if it's actually used for something else or not at all. Yeah, there is a firefighting base here. It is really nice firefighter vehicles. They are really detailed. And you actually, that the phone number is correct. You call 115 in Italy for firefighting. If you have fire in your in your hotel room when you're visiting Rome or Milan or whatever in Italy or Florence, you call 115. Now you know. I just saved your life. Be grateful. Just look again. We are super, super far from the runways here. And just look at the level of detail. If I had a car, I'd love just to drive around here. It is very drivable, definitely. Look at the. And they also did something that I love, which is, let me see here. Oh, no drone zone. Yeah. This means vietato l'ingresso means no trespassing. Why there is a Pagani Zonda parked here? Wow, I don't know why they would. Another one. You run out of cars. Okay, this is a little bit of a luxury, an excessively luxury car for this area in Rome. Like, they would find none of those ever. Like, they would steal it immediately. Just look at these. These buildings, they are really detailed and they are nowhere close to the runways. You can't even see them from the runway or from the taxiways or just another Pagani Zonda. Another one inside there. Oh, there is a very, very high percentage of one percenters right here. Yeah, you wouldn't find Pagani Zondas that just parked around in the most like remote areas of Rome Fiumicino Airport. Definitely not. See that Okay, I can understand these buildings being this detailed because they're closer to the runway, but the the buildings we saw before, they have no business being as detailed as they are, and this is not a complaint. This is me being in awe, absolutely in awe, because I can't imagine them wanting to put this much work in creating these buildings with so much detail when a lot of people won't even see them. But I mean, I admire it. I 100% admire it and I love it. So yeah, when there is a big airport like this, I can 100% forgive the lack or not or under like scarce detail of the interiors. And I'm sorry if I like just hesitate or like I go a lot because I haven't slept yet. I've had a long night. But yeah, I can't imagine. Like I absolutely agree. Oh wow, they have recycling and so plastica is plastic. Humido is like food waste. Humid means humid, literally moist in Italian. So it's food waste. Vetro is glass. Carta e cartone is paper and cardboard. uh, so much detail. I love it. Oh boy. Despite the fact that I love it, I mean, you will have to decide if this is for you or not. Because I'm not gonna tell you buy this or not because this is not a review. This is just my personal opinion. You may be completely like think completely different and think that the interior are more important than all these beautifully modeled buildings far away from the aprons and the taxiways and the runways. And that's absolutely legitimate opinion if that's your opinion. Personally, I like it like this, but I could understand if you looked at a terminal from the apron and you saw just a reflective window and you would prefer to see uh, interiors from there because that's a trade-off, absolutely 100%. I can understand. Well, just look at the detail of this parking area with like all the lights and oh my god. By speaking of lights, I'm gonna show you the evening later, like the lighting, of course, uh, and just finishing the tour, and then the last part is going to be the lighting. Just look at this, and now I'm going to try and walk. Oh, there is a police here. These are correct police cars. Alfa Romeo, Polizia, which is police in Italian. As far as I can see, they are correct. So yeah, you call 112 in Italy for police. So again, if you're on vacation in Italy and you are in trouble, you call 112. I saved your life again. You're welcome. Here is a little bit weird. They didn't put like the bottom of that building. Just look at. Okay, they forgot the bottom of that building. Just look at this though. Here too, they left it a little bit open. But if you look at just this, it could almost look like an FPS level. You could play Counter Strike in here, literally. And it wouldn't look that bad. I mean, if there was these glitches, but these are really rare. This is literally these two buildings are the only two that I've noticed that they have like this glitch. Otherwise, you could literally play Counter Strike in this or any FPS game or Call of Duty or whatever, and it wouldn't look particularly bad. So let's walk back toward the airport, toward the central area of the airport, and take a look at the air side. I can see the station there. Oh, they have Fiumicino Ciampino. Ciampino is the other airport in Rome. Oh, this is a okay. I see. The shuttle that goes between Fiumicino and Ciampino. This car is a little misplaced, or just parked in a way that they shouldn't. Oh well. Guys, look at this building here. Like this, literally. Oops. This looks like a okay, not a current generation game, but if you go back like a PS3 generation, definitely this looks like it would have absolutely be in FPS level in the late PS3 or early PS4 era. You can see the train station there, very detailed. Oh, there is like a little bit of a disappeared thing in there. So I don't know how that works. So the train station is pretty. Train line is pretty nicely detailed. Look at all those pylons and cables. And is there a train actually going around there like an animated train? Like I would be surprised if there wasn't. With all these animated vehicles, I can't imagine they didn't put a train going back and forth from the station. Oh, we can we actually climb there? I have no idea. So far, all the ramps and stairs in the airport have been unclimbable, like not physical, which is a bit sad. I prefer them when they are climbable. Look at that, the detail of that, like reservoir in there. Let's see if we can climb this and go through close to the station. And one thing that I love is that all the streets near the airport, they textures the bottom of like the pavement. It's something many don't do, and I hate when they don't do it. The Hilton is here. Just look at the detail of the Hilton here. I was saying, like, all these paved areas are beautiful because they just don't leave the satellite imagery, and that's it. Satellite imagery is like super low resolution, and it doesn't look good. Oh, there is a. I think that's a statue of Leonardo da Vinci. I will go there later. Oh, there is this the train right there. Ha 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 ha! Very nice. Can we go up here or not? I think we're climbing. Yeah, we are. We're going up. Going up, up, up. No, I shouldn't do that. I'm going to be demonetized. Ha ha ha. Oh boy. I definitely should not start singing Golden or. I haven't even seen the movie. And that's just stuck in my head because it's everywhere. Yeah, apparently I can get high enough to look inside the station. I will look at it later with the. Look at just the detail here of all the pylons and all that. It looks great. And yeah, we can see the train at least. The Leonardo Express. Very nicely detailed. As far as I can see, authentic livery too. Very nice. The Trenitalia logos. Trenitalia is the main railway company in Italy. Treni means train in Italian, of course. And Trenitalia means Italian train. Let's go this way. It should bring us directly to the air side of the airport. Well, not directly. I basically where we would be basically going around. Ooh, wow! I like this. One thing that look at this. Ooh, I like that. Can you see it a little better? Ooh, I fell. Oh well, that was not physical. The wall was not physical. They actually did. Oh, they modeled the water purification plant of the airport with actual water. I love that. So many missed the chance to to do that. It looks beautiful. Okay, I love this. See if we can go back upstairs. Oh, the water came out a little bit where it shouldn't have, but still, come on. Okay, I can go back up. Well, I mean, I don't want this to do this too long, but you saw it. We're gonna see it again from that bridge. I'm going to see if I can climb this bridge, which should bring us to the air side of the airport. If I don't wrong, just look at these offices here. Just look at this. Just oh my goodness. I really want the car. I keep saying this in every video I make with our airport walkthrough, but just imagine if you could have, instead of walking around like a car, like you click a button and you're in a car. I'm not talking about like a car that you just that is basically an aircraft, but like just goes on the ground. Because I would prefer you to have just a car that works like your avatar, that you can just drive around faster, but you can still have an actual aircraft active. You can drive to your aircraft, and then get into the aircraft. And this, just look at this is what I like all the high resolution paving of all the roads, smooth so you can drive around if you have a car, if you have one of the many cars, a few cars that have been designed and released. Can we go up here? I believe so. It has to be. Since yes. Wow. Aeroporto di Roma means airport of Rome, if you're wondering. Well, aeroports of Rome, because this is the company that handles both over all over Rome's airports, so it's called Rome's airports, literally. So yeah, that's a Leonardo statue. Because the airport is named after Leonardo da Vinci. And if you can see, it's holding his helicopter model in his hand. Okay, let's not fall again. I'm gonna just stay away from. And these trees following me again. What is this? Why is this happening? Yeah, look at Leonardo is holding his. I wonder if that silo is drivable. I can see the thing that goes up. But yeah. So I take a look at the air side, and then after that, I will take a look at the interiors and tower with the camera, and then the night lighting, and then I'll be done. This signs means Leonardo Express, which is the train. In 32 minuti al centro di Roma means in 32 minutes you're in downtown Rome. Train non stop ogni 15 minuti. In partenza davanti al T1. The non-stop train every 15 minutes. Depart from the front of T1, Terminal 1. So here we are. Terminal 1. As you can see, there is no interiors here. Just a reflective surface. That looks good though, I think. I believe this looks really good. Like this area is really well modeled. Smoking area. Here is Air Canada, American Airlines, Delta Airlines, Embraer, Royal Air Maroc, United Airlines. Yeah, every entrance tells you which airline is checking in there. There's smoking. Hey, oh crap! Well, we can take a look downstairs. So we're actually inside. We take a look downstairs for a moment, and I will cheat again and just lure myself back where I was. The arrivals are downstairs, and the departures are upstairs. Well, at least you can see these downstairs as well because I wouldn't have walked down otherwise. Like the level of detail here is really nice. Okay, we're back on top of Terminal 1. Started. Oh, there is a electric vehicle recharging station with the green lines as they are in real life. And here we can take a very good look at that tower. Look at the detail of that tower. If only I could climb it. Like just imagine being able to climb the tower. How great it would be. I doubt you can. I may try later. If you don't see in the video, means you can't. I will try off camera. Oh, did they have all the same Oh, they cut a little one corner here. They cut one corner. Like they put all these designs are the same. I was actually surprised that Air Canada, American Airlines, Delta Airlines were in front of Terminal 1. They shouldn't have been. So yeah, they basically put the same sign in front of every terminal instead of making it different. Oh, NK Studios, I'm disappointed. Just look at that. That trellis holding the roof there. How beautiful it is, though. Yeah, I'm disappointed for this corner cutting. I'm sorry, I have to say. I'm joking. Of course, it's such a little detail. That's the station from behind. And this is your air side. Sorry, your landside. Did they say airside a bunch of times? I may have. Huh? Frontiera di polizia riservato. Shouldn't it be polizia di frontiera? Like, frontiera di polizia means border of police. I wonder if it's like should be polizia di frontiera, which of course means reserves to reserved to border police. That's strange. Cerimoniale di Stato. This is probably for like aerospace or something. I'm not sure. Okay, now we are going to use the camera a little bit to just explore the areas that we weren't able to explore on foot. I've tried to walk up the tower. Unfortunately, that is not possible. That stair is not physical, so my dream has not come true. But the tower has a nice interior on several levels. Look at all these. Wow. I wonder if there are any Easter eggs here. I should actually let you discover them if there are. No blue screens or of death, I noticed. That's probably a little bit overdone. But you get a nice view of the airport from here, that's for sure. So yeah. We're going to take a look at all. Just look at this roofing detail. It is beautiful. And ends it. Wow, look at my goodness. That would probably have been a lot of work to make it look like that nicely. Yeah, the roof is really well done. Look at like all the details here. Like who's gonna see them? But they still did them, and they did them well. So you see here, we can go inside the airport. There is some limited interiors in the areas that are at areas like close to the taxiways so that you can see them from outside, but they are not like walkable or anything like that or explorable. Let's see if there is more. There is more here in Terminal 1. Is this one? Actually, this one is. Yeah, this is one actually. See, there is more interiors here. But then, like, not super detailed, just. Let me see if the. Yep. This definitely looks familiar. Not all of them though. Is this an actual Italian vending machine? I'm not so sure. I see some stuff that I don't recognize. I do recognize some of them, but I don't recognize some of them, so probably not. Would be too much to ask, I suppose. Let's see what other terminal interiors there are. Maybe this one. Yes. Here we are in Terminal 1, and there is the concourse is to have their small interior, at least one floor. See if the other ones as well. I don't think this one has it. Oh, yeah, it does. Actually, this one is actually more detailed than the other ones. This one is actually really nice. Dali and Sia. That's cute. This goes down. Is there any more? Is there more? Yeah, there is the lower floor as well. Ah, this is nicely made. It actually goes all the way downstairs. So you can actually walk it. Well, then I will return later and like I will return later and check it out because why not? Since you cannot access it from the ground, I wonder if they did make the stairs walkable in there. It's worth looking. I'm not counting on it, but if it is, be nice, right? That's interesting. They choose that one to be the one that's walkable because it's the one that's most tucked away from the middle of the airport. And this one as well. There is its little monorail that goes from the main body of Terminal 3. It goes into the satellite concourse here. And it's very well detailed as well. Oop, go up. And here it is modeled inside. Again, not super crazy detail, but just enough so that it's believable from outside. And it looks like there is some decoration. Okay, we let's take. Let me just give you a look at just how far the detailed area goes. Just look at all of that part. Is all built. This is ginormous. Like even there, I actually haven't gone there. Let me just go there with the camera since we haven't visited because it was so far. Drone speed a little bit faster. And here there is. Oh no, this is actually not modeled from the airport. This is okay. This is photogrammetry. This is modeled. And it has still a very nice level of detail. And we are literally the other side of the airport. Still, I mean, I guess it is close-ish to the end of the runway, but I mean, who would see this part from the runway? And still, it's like super nicely detailed and paved. Like the roads are paved all around the airport, the airport, and they just go and merge really nicely with the until here. That is the extremity in which it like meets the photogrammetry. Just look at even the fencing that you will never see from outside is well made. I allow myself a good fencing, to be honest. And just look at here. Just oh my god, look at the all the electrical equipment with the transformers and whatnot. Yeah, we were here before. Just showing you a little bit of the of how far does it go. I think there is some modeled. Uh, yeah, panels. I guess they're all in renewables here. And here there is some more model equipment here. Okay, this is really close to the. Looks like a smaller water treatment plant here. Construction area. It is close to the taxiway, but it's impressive that they went to the point of modeling all this. And again, all the these streets are all paved. They spare no expense in paving these streets, so you can basically drive the whole interior of the airport and never meet a street that is not paved, which I love. More construction here. Here they have the VOR. More equipment, more construction. There was some, there is some photogrammetry that's left in there. The exclusion area isn't perfect. Here it is. Yeah, it's photogrammetry. Okay. Now I wanted to see if I can walk that terminal. Let's see. Okay, here we are. Let's take a look. You can at the very least for sure walk the bottom floor. These stairs to asking too much that they're physical, right? Yeah, asking too much. I was asking for a friend. But at least you can go inside here, I think. Yes, you can. So you can take a good look at this terminal interior here. Since it's low on the ground. Puro gusto, which means pure taste. Bar. Okay. Let's see if I can go upstairs from inside. It will be asking too much, right? I don't have much faith in it. But if it does, I'm gonna be happy. If it isn't, I'm going to accept it. Just because of all the detail that they put outside, I'm gonna accept it. But I hope this is physical. Come on. It is not. I was asking too much. Okay, I see. Okay, so this is basically the only interior that is walkable is this. Okay, I can accept it. Nice. These recycle bin are pretty nice. But yeah, so this is literally the only walkable interior in the whole airport, which I will accept. Other interiors are there, but they are not walkable. Just there to be seen from outside. Okay, so now let's go back out. Let's go back from with the camera. Let me show you with the drone camera a little bit of night lighting. Here we are. Night lighting time. It's well made. Definitely. There is. Let me go up. Looks realistic from what we can see. Not overdone, but not too little. There is a little bit of a... Oh, wow, we haven't seen this before. There is a little bit of a corridor here that goes in there. And does it go further? No. Oh, okay. It's there now. Oh, there is another little bit of an interior here that I had not noticed before. So the interiors are nicely illuminated. They look realistic. Of course, there is a little bit of a gap between the illuminated interiors, the illuminated parts that have an interior, and the ones that they don't. You can see it pretty well, but I mean, if ever to get an interior, this would be pretty heavy, I suppose. On the hardware. Yeah, as you can see, the lighting is well made, and all the vehicles that drive around, they do have their own lighting. Just look at the buses. Oops, that overtake was a little dangerous. And they have like a... Look at that. They have like signaling lights. They're well made, and look at the lighting here. These are really well lit, actually. And look at the... Oh my goodness! Look at the. It is beautiful. Look at this firefighting vehicle with its own lighting like that. I like that. That's very dynamic and very well made. But yeah, all vehicles have their own lighting. There's another firefighting vehicle there. Proudly showing its lights. Well, I have to say, the night lighting is not disappointing at all. Yep. I am impressed. And this is pretty much all I wanted to show you. I think we run out of things to see, or better, probably not. There's probably a lot more to see, but I mean, this video has been going on for 1 hour and 40 minutes, so I'm pretty sure you're tired of hearing me took away and chat and chat and chat. So I think I'm going to end it here with a nice panning shot showing the whole airport at night. I hope you enjoyed this video. And as usual, if you have any doubt, any questions about the airport, please ask them in the comments. I will try to respond as soon as possible. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. That's always super helpful. You can also leave a comment if you have feedback. We always enjoy reading them. Thank you so much for your time and attention. We hope to see you again soon here on Simulation Daily's YouTube channel and on the site. We have plenty of content coming, so stay tuned.